Liverpool packed with experience, full of medal winners. The news that Gillespie is able to take his place in the back four and Spackman in the midfield. Only Ablett and Beardsley haven't played in a major cup final here before of those 13 players. But as Desmond Lynham said, only 3 survivors from the double-winning team, or the team that played in the final 2 years ago, among the starting lineup: Grobbelaar, Nicol and Hansen. Now, what about Wimbledon? Those of you who are not familiar with them may appreciate the formation. Goodyear chosen above Scales at right back. Eric Young and Andy Thorn, the centre-backs. The youngest player, Terry Phelan, the left-back, just 21. Alan Cork, their longest-serving player, on the right. Vinnie Jones and Lawrie Sanchez, the 2 players who bring power to midfield. Little Dennis Wise on the left. And then the awesome John Fashanu with the sprightly Terry Gibson, who passed a fitness test only yesterday. So Brian Hill about to start the 107th FA Cup final and the 60th here at Wembley, where we've never had a goalless draw. Surely needn't tell you that Liverpool are in red. That's Andy Thorn for Wimbledon. Well, we had the electric start last year when Tottenham scored in the 2nd minute. Ray Houghton for Liverpool. That's the Wimbledon throw. Look at that kick from Dave Beasant, almost onto the edge of the 18-yard line. That's what they call Route 1 down Wimbledon way. Ablett. Oh, Fashanu got to him and got it back as well from Gibson, and Fashanu tries the early shot. You'll notice that Wimbledon's forward players do hustle the opposing defenders when they're in possession, and Ablett got caught out. Now Vinnie Jones has got a very long throw for Wimbledon, and Eric Young has made his way forward from centre-half. Two went with him, one of them was Ablett. It's come out to Jones again. Young is still there, that was Spackman's header. And it was also his pass, and a very well-judged one as well, to Peter Beardsley. Liverpool have got 3 coming from the other side of the pitch. Barnes has moved inside, still Beardsley. Now it's Barnes. Houghton and Aldridge are waiting in the centre. Oh, well played by Alan Cork. He got to Aldridge just when that mattered. Fashanu, Sanchez, and again. Oh, Nicol only to Cork. He had to stop it because Fashanu was also up on his left. Wise, foul by Hansen. The player who's gone down is McMahon.
He seemed to take it right on the chin there. It was a hasty clearance, didn't matter where the ball went as long as they got it away. But they didn't get it away, they got their own player straight on the chin. He staggered and then fell. But here we can see, first of all, the foul. That was a self-trip in the air, which is an interesting manoeuvre. But we don't see the ball hit his chin.
Now, we've heard a lot about Wimbledon's set plays. Don Howe, a specialist in coaching players what to do from these positions. I see Young is forward again on the far side. Thorn is also there, and that's Wise. This little fella's been voted Player of the Year, and they say that he's had a hand in just about 3/4 of the goals that Wimbledon have scored this season. A very clever striker of the ball, Dennis Wise. That's a foul by Andy Thorn coming in the back of John Aldridge. Here's McMahon. Oof, Vinnie Jones caught him there. Now that's precisely the sort of challenge that Wimbledon have been, shall we say, reputed to produce. Well laid off to Houghton by Aldridge. Here's Beardsley. And it's Houghton again. Swift and incisive. Beardsley and Houghton, and there was space. Jones' long throw may give Gillespie a problem or two. That was Wise cross. Cork is coming in far side. He's a very good header of the ball in a one-against-one position, Alan Cork. It's a speciality, really, Don Howe was emphasising to me. And that was certainly aimed by Dennis Wise to Alan Cork over on the far side. Well, it's a nice calm start. Liverpool measuring their passes now. McMahon. And he'd like to measure a shot or two if he could today. It's been one of the features of Liverpool's season, how well he struck the ball at times from distance. McMahon to Barnes. Nicol. Aldridge by the penalty spot. This is Beardsley. Well, if this is a quiet start, Jimmy, the players won't be complaining about conserving a little energy, because it must be stifling down there. Here's Beardsley. This is Houghton. Barnes is waiting, but and Barnes is still there against the post. And away by Vinnie Jones. John Aldridge had the first opportunity from the cutback. As you'll see from this, there were two chances here for Liverpool to score, really. Beardsley, superb approach play. Then Houghton, first of all from the corner kick, will now be given on this side of the field. But Wimbledon were just rocking there, and Jones cleared after Barnes' first effort appeared to have hit the post. More of that in a moment. It's a corner. Well, that was the closest we've come so far. Well, Liverpool quite close back there, Jimmy.
I was surprised at the end when they didn't force it home. Wimbledon played offside, which is why they were so badly caught by that run of Houghton's on the right.
Well, now we can see what happened at the end of that move, because Ray Houghton, as Jimmy Hill rightly said, beat the offside. I think Young played him on. Watch Aldridge there, blocked by Young, blocked by Beasant. Watch Barnes. No, the goalkeeper takes great credit for actually getting a hand to the second ball. Good save. Dave Beasant hasn't missed a match for 7 seasons, by the way. Tremendous record. 351st consecutive game. Hansen. Now Goodyear. Nicol. Jones. And there's some stern Competition going on in there. The long ball by Houghton was meant for Beardsley. Up against Young. Aldridge drifting into the penalty area now. Still Beardsley. Drove it into the side netting. Took on Eric Young. Seen from the other side of the ground where we have our Royal Box camera, and there in the Royal Box is Sam Haman, the owner of Wimbledon, next to Her Royal Highness. Phelan. Oh, it went over Gillespie's head. Sanchez following up with Spackman. Fashanu with Gillespie. Sanchez. Cork's waiting in the centre, and he's not well marked, and he got it on to Wise. Wise cross, Gibson let it go, Fashanu! A dangerous move by Wimbledon, and Wise was involved again here. He found some space to return the ball, Gibson done it, and Fashanu's shot just passed. Some relief down there. Hansen. Phelan. Foul.
I didn't personally see what was wrong with that. He headed the ball cleanly, didn't see any hands up, but look at this, Beardsley through.
Yes, he was caught. Wrestle's gone. The referee had to pull it back. He's already given the foul by Andy Thorn. Beardsley distressed because he thought with an advantage played, well, it would have been a goal, wouldn't it? But Kenny Dalglish will obviously be disappointed too. The whistle went the instant that Thorn held Beardsley back, and I don't think you can blame the referee for that. It was a clear foul, and he wasn't to know in that instant that Beardsley would go on and put the ball in the net. So will John Barnes produce something from this position? He's done so before. Gillespie's up there. Not one of his better efforts. The Liverpool players have had a word with the referee, but officials sometimes can't win when they decide to penalise. There was some yards to go when the foul was committed, although he chipped it over Dave Beasant very comfortably and was understandably upset to find play pulled back, Peter Beardsley. That came with 10 minutes left in the first half, and the score is 0-0.
And it came from a Liverpool long ball. A very long one, straight through the defence, very direct.
I think perhaps too much has been made about this contrast in styles, because Wimbledon have passed the ball quite nicely at times. Here's Phelan. And Steve Nicol pulled up. The linesman has flagged, and Wimbledon may well thrive on a free kick in this position. Wise will obviously take it. Sanchez, Cork, Young and Fashanu in there. Sanchez was in there, and that's a goal for Wimbledon. Lawrie Sanchez. Well, what a typical Wimbledon goal. Dennis Wise delivers the free kick. Lawrie Sanchez sneaks in and glances it into the far corner. Just got the touch, Sanchez.
And you can't blame the bandages there, because he was between Nicol and Hansen. It was those who were beaten by that header, not Gillespie or Spackman.
And you'll see the way that Wise drifted that ball in, and I'm pretty certain Sanchez got the last touch.
They'll reflect on the linesman's decision afterwards that brought about that free kick, if you remember, down in the corner there. It surprised us. It might be worth having a look at that at half-time.
Well, it's a free kick now to Liverpool, so Gillespie is forward. Barnes is in there. And Ablett's come up from left back, and he got the header in. I suppose Liverpool too will be reflecting on the disallowed effort by Peter Beardsley a little earlier. Here he is again. McMahon. Barnes. This is Nicol. Aldridge is in there. Play on, says the referee. It was Eric Young who was involved. But none of the Liverpool players appealed, only the crowd. Gibson couldn't turn it in. It was an error by Grobbelaar. One of his characteristic surges off his line to try and take the cross some way out, and he misjudged it. Look at that. Spectacular, but dangerous. Hansen. Houghton. Now Gary Gillespie. Four others up with him. Good running by Houghton here. Aldridge is square. Oh, and the deflection off the defender fell so kindly for Beasant. Gary Gillespie joined the attack to such good effect. Houghton got the cross in, but as the ball span off Young, I think, Beasant caught it. This is McMahon. Hansen. Oh, Alan Hansen gets a return, and well stopped by the legs of Dave Beasant. Not often you see Hansen in a scoring position, but he played a lovely 1-2 here. The Liverpool captain coming from the back, returned to him by Houghton, and Beasant stops it with his right knee. Stoppage time at the end of the first half. Wimbledon, a fourth division side 5 years ago, lead mighty Liverpool by 1-0. And little Dennis Wise on the ball at the end of the first half, and Lawrie Sanchez, who fed on his cross, walks off satisfied. Because Wimbledon are a goal ahead. And I think you have to say that they've earned it by virtue of the fact that they've defended with a great deal of determination and at times desperation. Liverpool haven't yet reached peak form, but Wimbledon have also attacked with perhaps rather more intelligence than sometimes they've been given credit for. But they go off to quite an ovation from their fans from southwest London, and I just wonder, have they gone some way towards spoiling Liverpool's prospects of a second double? Bobby Gould certainly will be quite satisfied with what's happened in that first 45 minutes, although the referee is taking a little bit of barracking from the crowd owing to the fact that he allowed the free kick for Wimbledon and then pulled Liverpool back for one a little earlier when they thought they should have had an advantage. Beardsley and Sanchez going off there, in fact, were the two players involved in those two key moments, which mean that at half-time the score in this 107th FA Cup final is Wimbledon 1, Liverpool 0. Wimbledon start the second half. They do have a victory over Liverpool already on the card. They beat them at Anfield last season. In fact, this season, a high percentage of Liverpool's goals have come in the second half. Here's Cork for Wimbledon. Beardsley and Young. Big Eric Young, who was in the Brighton team that knocked Liverpool out of the cup a few years ago. And Beardsley busying himself against Beasant. Here's Goodyear for Wimbledon. Sanchez, so good at getting the ball back into the danger area. Cork. And Hansen away from Jones. And now Beardsley off on a run to the right, Aldridge through the middle. Back to Hansen. Barnes has moved into the inside right channel, pursued by Goodyear. Oh, well played. It took two to stop him. Both the fullbacks had to be alert there to prevent John Barnes from squaring the ball. Phelan it was who conceded the corner. Gillespie is forward again. Aldridge in the near post area. Oof, it was missed by Fashanu. And that's a free kick. McMahon on Wise. One of the reasons why many people felt Liverpool wouldn't find it so easy to play their elegant, extravagant game today is because Wimbledon do shut the opposition down so quickly. Here's Ablett, though. Houghton. Ablett again. Nicol's shot. And Liverpool, with a cabinet packed with trophies, find themselves one behind to a team who, 11 years ago today, when Liverpool were playing at Wembley, had just won the Southern League Championship. And a break by Houghton, and another good save by Beasant. Just know we shall see a Wimbledon substitute first. Laurie Cunningham is getting ready. Alan Cork is the man going off. As he often has been substituted in the course of the season, he goes off, and Laurie Cunningham, 32 now, had a varied career, including a European Cup final for Real Madrid against Liverpool. He's on. Craig Johnston is definitely going to come on, and it may well be that John Aldridge will get taken off. I suppose there will be one or two Liverpool players who haven't come up to full potential in this first hour. They trail 1-0, and they're going to make a change. There is Aldridge. Beardsley, well, he might score here. Penalty. Goodyear on Aldridge. Wimbledon protest at the decision. Goodyear thinks he played the ball, and here we have high drama because Aldridge, who I think might have been replaced a moment later, is the penalty taker. And never has a penalty been missed in the FA Cup final at Wembley. Well, that's what it was given for. More of that in a moment. Dave Beasant in the week told me that he's been watching where Aldridge puts his kicks. Aldridge, in fact, was the player fouled himself by Goodyear. Looked a bit harsh to me. Jimmy Hill in a moment on that. Beasant thinks that, or thought the kick might go to his left or the right as we look if Aldridge decides to go the same way as in the semi-final. He did, and he saved it and made history. The first time ever that a penalty kick has not been converted in the FA Cup final here. And Beasant did guess right. His homework paid off, and Wimbledon is still in the lead. And maybe justice was done. We'll have a view on the award itself when the play subsides. We've got to stay with the corner kick. Wimbledon have to keep their concentration amidst all this excitement. And Beasant's dropped it now. That's funny how that happens sometimes. Jimmy Hill.
Well, they were lucky to get the penalty, there's no doubt about that. Fender stretched through and pushed the ball through back to his keeper. Aldridge went down over the top, but not an intentional trip. Not an easy one to give. The referee chose one way, but maybe divine judgment or some other football judgment decided that Wimbledon didn't deserve to lose a goal.
Barnes for Liverpool. Not only the first penalty to be missed here on this occasion, but also the first one Aldridge has ever missed for Liverpool after scoring from 11 in a row. Here's Barnes. But has it just given Liverpool the little incentive they needed? They still haven't got Johnston on, because that incident interrupted what I think would have been an almost immediate substitution. Here's Ablett for them. Barnes. Gary Ablett with the foul. Just a word about Wembley penalties, because I know there are a lot of viewers that like to keep a check on this. There have been 7 in FA Cup finals, all scored, the last 3 actually in replays in the 80s. And as we watch what happened as John Aldridge went through, I have to agree with Jimmy Hill. Looking at that again, we've got a double substitution taking place. Aldridge does go off now for Liverpool to be replaced by Johnston, and off goes Terry Gibson to be replaced by 21-year-old John Scales. Nicol takes the kick. Eric Young heads it out for a corner. Johnston on for Aldridge, and Wimbledon have now used both their substitutes. Hansen being marked by Young. Barnes. Hansen in with Beasant. And John Aldridge makes a little bit of Wembley history that he won't particularly look back on with any pride. Here's Beardsley. Little back heel, and Houghton got in there. And Jones. Oh! And Beasant forced to make another save, which was rather unnecessary from Jones' point of view. He didn't put any pace on the pass back. Meantime, Jan Mølby, who had such an effect on the second half against Everton here 2 years ago, is waiting to come on, and it rather looked as though Nigel Spackman's number was in the hand of the reserve official there. Jones. So the second Liverpool substitution, off goes Nigel Spackman, on comes Jan Mølby, the Danish international, who hasn't played a full 90 minutes this season in the first team. He's only been used as a substitute. Wise for Wimbledon. Scales is in the middle. So was Fashanu! Close.
Well, I wouldn't like to put any money on Liverpool at this stage of the game. Wimbledon are making it as difficult as possible for them. They're having very few attacks. That was one of the rare ones. But the only time they seem to get in real danger is if they press home an attack, and then Liverpool break. But as it is, they're defending that 70-odd yards of the field very well. Barnes on the ball.
Barnes cross, Johnston coming in. Handball, was it? By Houghton. Spotted by linesman George Tyson on the far side. Beardsley. Houghton's made the run inside. It's still Beardsley, and it's still dangerous, but Scales got back in front of Mølby. Wimbledon have got everybody back behind the ball. Hansen has the chance to come forward for Liverpool. Mølby. Beardsley. Oh, just look at that. Fashanu wins so many tackles. I can't believe it for a centre forward. He seems to spend an awful lot of time back there, digging in his own half. Here's McMahon. He's hurt now, and they haven't got any more substitutes.
Interesting to see Peter Beardsley's game in some perspective, because early on he was the one that tried to take on Wimbledon. Here he is now on it. This stage of the game.
Ablett. Barnes! Gillespie heads out. Sanchez won it back, found his midfield partner Jones. This is Wise. Fashanu wants it played in, still Wise. Ablett's the defender. And Wimbledon force a corner. It's beginning to look as though it might be their day. Entering the last 10 minutes, they still lead. Well, Young is forward for the corner, so they're looking for a second goal. And there is Young. Good save by Grobbelaar. Eric Young scored at Anfield in the league game a few weeks ago. Forward by Goodyear, who will be relieved about the penalty miss, since he was alleged to have fouled his man. Oof. Jones and McMahon. Free kick to Liverpool, but it's all gone on rather quickly. This is Houghton. Came off the heels of Andy Thorn. Danger here. Barnes, not a good cross from him. Could have been better because he had players to aim at. Throw in, says the referee. Well, Wimbledon's nerves and those of their supporters will be jangling a bit here. It's young Mølby with Johnston calling. Oh, and so close from Steve Nicol.
The Liverpool defensive players have done extremely well. Gillespie's been brilliant, injury or not, at the back there. And that was Nicol coming up to try and put some inspiration up front.
Oh, the tension here. He's checked with both linesmen. Oh, and there it is. The crazy gang have beaten the Culture Club. Wimbledon have destroyed Liverpool's dreams of the double, and all over the pitch, their players are celebrating something which a few years ago would have been impossible. Sporting gesture by the Liverpool supporters. Her Royal Highness applauds one of the great cup shocks of all time. They are a respectable First Division club, but when you think where they came from and where one or two of the players were signed from, you know what a great job that management team have done. Bobby Gould and Don Howe, they've earned their moment of glory. Real football people who've been around. And Wimbledon, the team who 11 years ago were not even in the Football League, who 5 years ago were in the 4th Division, are going to be first up the new Wembley steps. And the 7,000 who go regularly to Plough Lane will savour this moment, along with the players who they've got to know so well. And the first man up the steps, the first goalkeeper ever to lead a side up to receive the FA Cup, our man of the match in the commentary box, that's for sure, Dave Beasant. His penalty save, so important. The first one ever in an FA Cup final here. And now he leads his team up. Many's the time he's driven past Wembley on his way to work, Dave Beasant. He lives just down the road, but today he must feel like a king, going up to receive the treasured prize from a princess. It's a weird and wonderful world if you come from Wimbledon. They've won the FA Cup. And on the day, who can deny them their right? They stopped Liverpool playing. And their energy and their enthusiasm and their enterprise did enough to keep them in front once they got there. Well, these names that didn't trip off the tongue until a couple of years ago, maybe they don't now. Whereas Liverpool, the distinguished masters of the English game, go up as losers. Who would have expected this? Champions they are, nobody will deny them that. But double winners this time, they're not. 4-1 on favourites, but defeated by a team who were playing Southern League football when Liverpool played here 11 years ago. On the day, they just couldn't produce what they've been serving up on grounds up and down the country all season, and the sadness on the faces tells its own story.